Governor State Constituency and Chairman House Committee on Judiciary. Mr. Speaker, respected colleagues, this morning I rise to present before this House certified true copy of judgments of the Court of Appeal. Mr. Speaker, in appeal number CA/AB/CV/1287/2024 is a certified true copy of a judgment of the Court of Appeal, Abuja Division, where the government of Rivers State and the governor of Rivers State appealed against judgment of the Federal High Court. And this House was sued as the first respondent. Your humble self as the right honorable Speaker of this House, as second respondent, as several other respondents. So by your kind permission, I want to present and lay at the table this document, and I further move that it should be used as a working document before this House, Mr. Speaker. Go ahead.
Remarks.
To lead debate on the document presented to this House by the House Committee on Judiciary. Mr. Speaker, on the said certified copy of the judgment of appellate court. Mr. Speaker, for those who don't understand what is appellate court means superior courts of record from the Court of Appeal to the Supreme Court. But the matter before us today is a judgment of the Court of Appeal. Like I said earlier when I was presenting this document, Mr. Speaker, it is not an appeal that we appealed against. It was an appeal that the governor appealed against judgment of the Federal High Court that validated that this is the only assembly known to law in Rivers State. The said judgment also further said that there is no other speaker other than you, the Right Honorable Martin Chike Amaewhule. The said judgment also said, for any reason whatsoever, should any person go to present budget, which is the highest law in Parliament globally, appropriation, to any other house that is not superintended, not presided over by you, is a joke taken too far. And so the said judgment further said that when people who are saddled with the responsibility of protecting our laws, when I'm talking about law, when I'm talking about our ground law, the 1999 Constitution as altered, that empowers us as a house known to law to sit and pass budget into law that will be used to rule the state. That anything outside that is not in compliance with the ground law, which is the Constitution. Those are the salient points in this said judgment. Mr. Speaker, the committee sat and we looked at said pages 72, 73, 74, 75, 76. This Court of Appeal did not for any reason say that you are no more speaker. The Court of Appeal rather said that you are the only speaker known to law. So whoever will go against the judgment of the appeal court in law that is content. Unfortunately, those who swore, especially the governor who swore to uphold our constitution, is the one disobeying judgment of Superior Court of Record in Nigeria. And so for us, we are simply saying that everybody must obey God's judgment, because we are not in the Banana Republic where people will live and will not do what our law says. Mr. Speaker, page 76 of this judgment is simply saying that you have the local standing to go to court to question issues of budget. That particular page is very important in this judgment. And I urge my colleagues to understand that that is the position of our law as of today. And the only thing that can change the position, if there is an appeal or a stay of execution of this judgment, which the same court of appeal said there is no stay. So the position as at today is that this is the house that has the right to pass budget, to appropriate money for Rivers State government to spend. Mr. Speaker, that is my humble submission, but I will finally say that if truly we were given mandate to represent people as validated by this court, we must continue to do that. That is my position, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you for that.
To further go on with our legislative duties, no court in this Nigeria has embarked us from continuing with our legislative functions. And Mr. Speaker, the most recent judgment of the Court of Appeal has not only empowered, but it further went to legitimize our powers to legislate. Mr. Speaker, I think not just a joke taken too far, but that there is a content of executive rascality in the exhibition of the executive for what they did yesterday. Mr. Speaker, we once again call members to rise up to the occasion and call other arms of government to rise up to the occasion and say no to anarchy that this present executive is ushering into this state. Mr. Speaker, having said that, I will call upon other members. And thank you. I have a message for you from my constituents. Mr. Speaker, my constituency said I should thank you and other members for upholding the tenets of democracy in this state. And again, ask me to reject in its entirety the purportedly presented appropriation bill to 3 non-existing members. If 3 members were to form quorum, it means 1/3 that was required to start the business of the house. A 1/3 of a 1/3 is what a budget has been presented to. Denying other constituencies, including my constituency, Appellate constituency too, and other 26 constituencies, we are denied of partaking in the presentation of budget or appropriation bill. Mr. Speaker, having said that, I urge and charge other members to rise and speak against this injustice and illegality that is trending in this state. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Competent court of jurisdiction, that is the appellate court in Abuja, to this house for perusal and to make comments on it. Mr. Speaker, in Nigeria, we are running a constitutional democracy, as we all know. And Mr. Speaker, the governor of Rivers State, who sworn on oath to protect and preserve the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, has in several ways flagrantly disobeyed several court judgments of Court of Competent Jurisdiction in this country. Mr. Speaker, the law is no respecter of persons or group of persons. As the chief executive of this state, the governor of Rivers State, he has disobeyed judgment from the lower court, and today he has decided to disobey the judgment of Court of Appeal. Mr. Speaker, the law is simple. I think this honorable house, we are here to make law for this country, or for this state, and that is our core duty. And the recent judgment has specifically stated clearly that the House of Assembly that is operational in Rivers State is the one chaired by Amaewhule as the Speaker of this honorable house and the members. Mr. Speaker, last time we were talking about 2024 budget presented to 4 persons, which was an affront to this house and the country at large, because we are not running a banana republic, we are running a constitutional democracy. Several judgments has condemned that, and that particular nullified by several judgments, including the recent judgment of Court of Appeal. Mr. Speaker, the same governor has undermined the judgment, the most recent judgment from the Court of Appeal, and has decided to present the 2025 budget to 3 members, not 4. Last time it was 4. Today is 3 members. And the 3 members on record were the members that this House decided, because of their gross misconduct, they are suspended. And this House has also declared as if vacant, citing the layout principle of this House, because they have not been attending sitting over a year and now. And based on that, this House decided that their seat be declared vacant, as stated in our rules. Mr. Speaker, it's an affront to us, and we must take this challenge, because we are here to represent our constituencies and representing the good people of Ikwe state constituencies. And their voice here. If my voice is not heard here, then the Ikwe voice is not heard. Mr. Speaker, I want to urge other members to condemn in its entirety this rascality exhibited severally by the executive governor of Rivers State. Mr. Speaker, I rest my case.
I want to thank those that have spoken on this matter. The Speaker, mine is very simple. The Speaker, with your kind leave, I want to draw attention once again to the recent judgment of the Court of Appeal. The Speaker, scanning through page 7, the last paragraph of page 71. Once again, with your kindly, let me just read that. That's where it said that the quorum of the House of Assembly shall be 1/3 of the members of the House. Mr. Speaker, it is said again that 4 out of 31 members of the Rivers State House of Assembly cannot, by any stretch or imagination, constitute the required quorum for transacting legislative business of the Rivers State House of Assembly. Mr. Speaker, the judgment has just said all about composition of the Constitution and the quorum that give power, or the powers of the Assembly to form quorum to present budget. Mr. Speaker, the judgment has said it all, that it is 2/3 of the members. Mr. Speaker, the judgment talked about 4 members are not qualified to receive budget from the governor. Mr. Speaker, to the governor of Rivers State, it doesn't matter. Or to the governor of Rivers State, I think if they have said 4 members are not enough, now give 3 members. I want to see what will happen next because of the incessant act of rascality. He has gone ahead to present the budget. Mr. Speaker, what can we do? The truth is, Nigerians are watching. Other nations are watching. What we do today will tell of us tomorrow. Mr. Speaker, lastly, I want to state clearly the last part of the judgment, number 72, stated clearly that, see, the judgment stand till Supreme Court says otherwise. Mr. Speaker, I am with the satisfactory copy of the last judgment of the Court of Appeal. The governor feels is the governor of Rivers State, is the governor of Nigeria. Nothing can happen. He has still gone ahead to present the budget, violating the instruction or the judgment of Court of Appeal. is sad that this is happening in our own state. It is quite unfortunate that it is happening in our own time. But to the glory of God Almighty, we have God-sent assembly members in the 10th assembly that cannot be tied down by stipends and other things to follow to do Rivers people what the constitution is not required. Mr. Speaker, I want to state clearly that our part we have done. The world is seeing River State, they are seeing all what the governor has been doing. But I want to draw the curtain to say I rest my case. The rest should be for the judiciary.
In today's plenary, we accepted or received the certified true copies of the judgment of the Court of Appeal in appeal number CA/AB/CV/1287/2024, delivered by the Court of Appeal with Honorable Justice Hama Akawu Baraka, Honorable Justice Adebukola A. Banjoko, and Honorable Justice Peter Chudi Obiora, Justices of the Court of Appeal of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Honorable members, like the Chairman House Committee on Judiciary earlier pointed out, this judgment is a judgment of the Court of Appeal in an appeal filed by the Governor of Rivers State, the Zenith Bank, the Chairman, Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission, the Accountant General of Rivers State, the Chief Judge of Rivers State, and the government of Rivers State. It's important to note that in this particular judgment, these appellants lost on all their appeals, all, except on the issue of jurisdiction of the Federal High Court to declare that allocation should be withheld. Even Zenith Bank had appealed saying that monies belonging to Rivers State should not be stopped from entering Zenith Bank, or Zenith Bank releasing money to Rivers State on the grounds that Rivers State took loan from Zenith Bank. They lost their appeal. All the justices were unanimous against them in this particular judgment. Honorable members, the issue of the speakership and membership of this House of Assembly is a decided matter as of today. All three judgments of three different matters in the Court of Appeal are all saying the same thing. They are unanimous, including this last judgment of the Court of Appeal. They are all unanimous on the issue of speakership and membership of this House of Assembly of Rivers State. The whole world knows that there is no other assembly other than this one under my speakership. Even this recent judgment, which they appealed against, is clearly stated in that judgment that the issue of speakership and membership is not in contention. Even this recent Court of Appeal judgment referred to the issue of the alleged defection in this judgment. And they said in this judgment that the alleged defection by some people should be discountenanced, and that this house is the legitimate Rivers State House of Assembly. It's in the judgment. It's there, written clearly, that this assembly is the legitimate assembly that is empowered to conduct the business of this assembly. So there is no argument, it's unambiguous, there is no confusion as to which assembly of Rivers State should conduct the affairs of the legislature or the third arm of government in Rivers State. Other than this one, it's clear. Everybody knows it's clear that this is the only assembly that has existed since June 5th, 2023, and still exists and is still conducting business for Rivers State. It's unfortunate, it is sad that Rivers State now has a governor that sees himself above the Constitution of Nigeria. The governor is acting as one who is above the Constitution. The governor of Rivers State, Siminalayi Fubara, is acting as one who is bigger than the Court of Appeal of Nigeria. So the Court of Appeal, in 3 separate judgments, has delivered judgments, and the governor of Rivers State is justicing all judgments of the Court of Appeal or the Federal High Court. It's unfortunate that the governor is setting the stage for anarchy in Rivers State. The governor is calling Rivers people to go by self-help. It's a call for self-help. It's a call for anarchy, a situation wherein the governor will continue to disobey the Constitution of this country, disobey the Court of Appeal, disobey the entire judiciary, and act like one who is Lord over even the president. Governor has no respect for Mr. President or the judiciary or the legislature. And the whole world is watching. And that's why the 10th Assembly of Rivers State, we're placing it on record, just to remind the world of a reckless governor, a rascal in government house, who has abandoned the Constitution and is acting like a warlord. But we know that the law will have its way at the end of the day. We are confident that this country is a country of laws. We are happy that we have a president, we have a judiciary that will not be deterred. We have faith in this country. We have faith in our judiciary. We have faith in Mr. President. We have faith in the good people of Rivers State. So we will continue to do what we need to do, and we are confident that the law will prevail at the end of the day. So, honorable members, I thank you all for your remarks. We thank the courts, we thank the Court of Appeal, we thank all levels of our courts, and we have faith in our judiciary. We have faith that at the end of the day, laws of this country, our Constitution, judgments of the Court of Appeal, and all our courts will prevail. We must not lose hope, because a rascal is on the seat in government house in Rivers State. Thank you, honorable members, for standing by our laws, for standing by our Constitution, and rest assured that the law will prevail at the end of the day. Thank you, honorable members. Clerk, what next we have on the paper?